So last week I made a video talking about what I think Bethesda will be talking about at E3, making some speculations, and only a week later that's already been blown out of the water. So those of you who don't know, DICE Summit 2016 has just happened, and Todd Howard basically just had a bit of an interview where he unveiled that he is actually working on, well, not him personally, but Bethesda are actually working on 3 big projects. Quote, "We actually have 3 longer term projects that we're doing." He also said that they'll be talking about them at a future date. So yeah, Bethesda have got 3 things that they're working on at the minute. We don't know what these are. I don't know whether we can assume that one of these is the DLC things that we've already had news about, or whether he's talking about 3 completely different things. It's hard to tell at this point. He didn't really talk specifically about what he was doing. However, I guess we're going to have to just wait and see. Now, he did say we'll talk about them at a future date. I don't necessarily think that this means that he'll talk about everything at E3, otherwise I think he would have just said we're going to talk about them at E3. I don't think he'd have any reason to not say that. So I think they'll definitely talk about at least something at E3, obviously, otherwise why would they be going? However, I don't think they'll cover everything at E3, so I still think that we have a lot to expect from them in the future and a lot to look forward to, I guess. So he also went on to say, quote, "They're different than anything we've done before, while also being a Bethesda-style game. Kind of big and crazy, but in many ways different than things we've done before." So it's very hard to know what to expect from Bethesda, especially considering it was only about a week and a half ago that Pete Hines said in an interview that they were not going to start working on the Elder Scrolls until after they've released the Fallout 4 DLC, and now they're saying that they've got new stuff that's just as big as what they've done before in the works as well. So honestly, I don't really know what's going on at Bethesda at this point. I don't really know, how they're delegating the work between the studios and stuff. But honestly, I think the best thing for us to do now is to wait until, first of all, E3, because that's obviously, I mean, it's not close, but that's the next thing coming up that we know that they're going to be talking about. So I think that's the best thing to do for now. But there are just so many possibilities as to what these things could actually be. Obviously, there's more Fallout 4 DLC in the work, and they said there are going to be a lot more of that in the future. But I think this could potentially be them so unofficially saying, "Hey, Elder Scrolls 6 is a thing, dog." Because obviously, we don't have any official announcement of Elder Scrolls 6 yet. But let's face it, after all this time since the last Elder Scrolls came out, and after Fallout 4 has just come out, I think Elder Scrolls 6 is the next thing for them to do. However, I could easily see this being a good time for them to bring out a new IP altogether. Obviously, we've got Ubisoft bringing out For Honor, which for those of you who don't know is sort of like a online PvP chivalry type game. So they've got that coming out. Obviously, you've got No Man's Sky coming out, which is like, infinitely procedurally generated open world space exploration RPG type thing. And as someone commented in my previous video, maybe they'll be doing something in space. That could be interesting to see. Honestly, I have no idea what to expect. I think it's really early on to even be talking about stuff like this, but I really just wanted to make this video just to, cover the news and get it out there. In my personal opinion, I'm going to be thinking about some speculations later on down the line and just have a think about what it could possibly be. I think it's way too early to, there's not that much to go on. We're just sort of saying, that there is 3 things they're working on, so without any clues as to what they are, it's difficult to say, what they are. So I think at this point it's a bit early to be trying to make speculations, but, let me know what you think. If you think they're going to be doing anything interesting and new, and let me know, or maybe it's just going to be Elder Scrolls. It's really hard to tell at this point, but these are the facts we do have. We know that they are working on 3 big projects that are going to be different from anything they've done before, but are going to be big and crazy, as he said. We know we've got the DLCs coming out. We obviously got details on them previously, and Pete Hines did also say that Skyrim 2 is what he called it, will be worked on after Fallout 4 DLC is finished being released. So that's pretty much what we know so far. There isn't a lot to go on, so it's pretty hard to speculate. But that's pretty much going to do for this video. If you like the video, be sure to leave a like. Let's see if we can smash 10 likes, which we did last time, and that was awesome. And thank you so much, guys, for all the support on the previous video. I really enjoyed making it, so I'm hopefully going to make some more of those. But other than that, my name's YetiHype, and I will see you guys next time.
So
Peace,
let's run, make a great escape, and I'll be waiting outside for the getaway. It doesn't matter who we are, we'll keep running through the dark. And all we'll ever need is another day. We can slow down, cause tomorrow is a mile away. And